A true end-time prophet just had an angelic visitation. That on our next WNN report. Welcome back to the Watchman News Network. Today, we're going to hear from Chris Reed. Now, Chris has just had an angel encounter, one that gave him a message for America, and this could have profound implications for you and I. Chris gave this testimony at a recent conference. Here now is Chris Reed.
This morning, early this morning, I say this with fear and trembling, I had an angelic visitation. An angel of the Lord came into my bedroom when I woke up this morning. And I know who this angel is. If you were a part or saw the MFM conference, the Wednesday night service after I was done ministering, preaching, and there was an angel that came in the room, and wherever he went, I mean, the people at that table just got either a prophetic word or they got blasted by the Holy Spirit. It was that same angel. Came into my room this morning. And he shared some things with me. And I shared them with Rick Joyner, at least a lot of it. I did with my wife, with Tom. And I do feel like I'm supposed to share. Sometimes, we're not there. There was a couple of things he said that I was not supposed to share. But the rest of it, I believe I can share. So you all are the first to hear from the throne of God what an angel brought to me this morning about current events. And I guess it's fitting to share this since we're talking about a school of the prophets, right? And I believe that those of you that are a part of the school of prophets, you're going to begin, and those of you that have already been in and those coming in next year, there's going to be I'm telling you, I'm prophesying it, there's going to be a drastic increase in this. Not just for me, for those who choose to be a part. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you on something, I'm just telling you. There's something about this. There is an increase of angelic activity in the earth. And this angel told me this morning, May 13th, 2022, today, his first words to me he said, 2 children of the Cold War will be removed and taken out of power. I mean, just that terminology. I didn't get it at first, but then he went on. He said, Joe Biden will be taken out of power, and so will Vladimir Putin. Pretty soon, and both will happen fairly closely together. That's what he said. When this happens, Kamala Harris is the VP. Of course, she would replace the president, but he said she will struggle with this in person and even more behind the scenes in inadequacies. And he said Elizabeth Warren, the senator from Massachusetts, will emerge in that time to become more of a major player in this void after Biden is removed or taken out of office. And he didn't say what she would do, but she would emerge in a very visible and prominent way. Another thing he told me is that the globalist New World Order system is looking for the opportunity in the current climate and crisis. We're in a crisis climate right now where there's one crisis after the other. Okay? And in light of my recent $50 bill dream, which you all know, I had that in March, and we're already starting to see things beginning to happen, just like in that dream. But he said to me these words. He said, and I'd heard a phrase like this before, but he said it clearly, that France wants another Napoleon, Spain wants another queen, and Greece wants another Alexander the Great, and Rome wants another Caesar. That's what he said. And so the enemy is exploiting the crisis climate in our world, and he wants to present the solution to the world as the world cries out for peace and safety. Okay? He went on to say that Paris, France, will become a hotbed of turbulence in the future. And that the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, will gain more public notoriety and news coverage, and will emerge with more worldwide recognition for his purpose to introduce false peace to Europe. Okay? I'm not up here in any way telling you that this angel said to me that this Emmanuel Macron is the beast or the Antichrist, but he did say to keep your eye and to watch him, because I believe hell has plans for this man. And the angel actually said to me, he said, I want you to find out, look up his birthday. And it's interesting, after the encounter was over, I looked up his birthday. His birthday is December 21st. Which is the winter solstice. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm not saying anything. Okay, don't read too much into it. But that's the birthday of every pagan god in Babylon. From culture to culture, that's Zeus's birthday. Okay, that's Tammuz's birthday, Baal's birthday, Jupiter's birthday. You'll see December 21st. The winter solstice. Because the ancient pagans believed that the shortest day of the year, which is December 21st, when the sun died, okay, the sun god or the son of Baal would be reborn at that point. That's why they believed after December 21st the sun got stronger, because the days got longer. All right? And the angel reminded me of the verse. Now, he didn't say this, but he brought this to me, where it talks about how the man of sin. And I'm not up here to pretend to tell you what I fully know what that means, but the verse came to me, will sit in the temple, proclaiming himself to be God. And the angel didn't say this, but the words came to my mind. It's interesting. His name is Emmanuel. Does anybody know what Emmanuel means? God with us. So keep your eyes on Emmanuel Macron. I think he's been reserved and hid away. I mean, he's in the news, but not to the degree that he will be in coming days. I'm not saying this is for next week. I'm not saying next year, but in the next little bit of time, you're going to see this begin to emerge. The angel also told me that some energy fields of the earth are beginning to shift. He said, this is one of the reasons why there is a change in much of the climate. And he said, soon there will be a change that will cause a drastic increase of earthquakes. Okay? And in this, he said, there will be a major, significant war that will come to India. And a sign of it will be a major earthquake hit India before that. Also, he said China will continue to advance its plans to attack Taiwan, but he said they will not stop there. And he told me a couple of things to me personally, and I say this in the fear of God. This has affected me all day. he said a couple of things to me personally. And he said, right before he left, tell the Lord's people that their prayers are not in vain. So you take that and you do with it what you will. But it's off of my heart now. I'm asking you just to pray into it. I'm not telling you you have to accept it, but I'm telling you it happened.
Well, there you have it. I thought it quite interesting that he had this angel encounter and message on the anniversary, May 13th, of the Fatima apparitions back in 1917. Well, whatever the case, it might be a good idea for us to fast and pray, not just for America, but for the world. Well, that's all for our WNN report tonight. Until next time, I'm Brad Polk for the Watchman News Network.